let's see what Thingy Bob's up to. See what he wants. Okay, hopefully the car's not. Hopefully there's no car Bob on there. Am I drunk? Oh. I was wondering why I. Oh, see. Right, I could literally get a taxi there. Keep doing that. What? No. Yeah. I can't see the line where it's just so weird. Alright, let me upgrade. Oh, I was gonna get some abilities. Oh, I can get airborne assault and this. Only activate your name changes suddenly in a number of enemies. Oh, it changed. Oh, the heat move that changes the blast kick. Press after. Okay. Square, triangle, combo. Easy peasy. Will we do it? I don't know, but we'll find out, mate. Alright, let's go.
So, we off to see Mamiya?
Yeah, let's go,
I'm ready
man.
whenever you are.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, let's do this. If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders. And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
Nah. Need some juicy goss, mate. You know what I'm saying? Easy, bro. Oh my god, is she gonna let me back in?
Yes?
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
I have just a few more questions I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, why do you keep showing up here uninvited? Please, just leave me alone.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it on the news? The murder of Seiryo High teacher Yoko Sawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct? After leaving Kurokawa 13
Imagine
years
it's
ago,
just a hung up.
Sawa-san
She's
moved
like,
to
oh, I don't want to
Ijincho
hear
to
this.
teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation. Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list. But right now, we're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
Ooh.
How convenient. Because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
My husband will be home
No.
soon. Can you keep it quick?
I'll give it my best shot.
Exactly, thanks for hearing us out.
Got him!
Hold on just a moment.
The hell? Oh, I was like, is that? I thought that was the game. The game just now.
I wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do you?
Wouldn't count on it.
Should we ring again?
Mate, she bounced. Oh,
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to
clean
clean
up
up
the
a little.
blood.
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
What? I thought you said your husband.
Doesn't your husband help with any of that?
Yeah.
He said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to
Yeah.
make those kinds of comments.
Sorry. Didn't mean to pry.
Man, why is she getting all
What is
angry
it you
for,
wanna
man?
ask?
Mate, do EX action of you, mate. Right, so what I do? Okay, do you remember? Okay, that will piss her off. Do you remember? Okay, do that.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusamoto?
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
He jumped off the school's roof after his classmate Shinya Kawai bullied him. I hear he's still in a coma, 13 years later.
Weren't you going to ask me about Yoko-chan?
I was, but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case. And strangely enough, they were all in your class. Kitakata-sensei being the prime example, as well as a guy named Akaike-san. Remember him?
Well, you're right. We were in the same class.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusamoto's situation?
Yes, but that's not a warm memory for any of us.
I understand. I'm sure it's not.
Yeah, can we do that? Have you seen? Oh God! Alright, that's the last one I have to ask then, I guess.
Have you been in contact with Kitakata-sensei lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Are you surprised that he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has
I'm
nothing to do with me.
lying. There we go.
The groping was orchestrated, right?
Wow!
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed you on the train, you were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy, staged to play out as it did.
You need to leave.
Nah, son.
Right now.
Dude, what gives?
No one would even think to consider a predator and his victim could be accomplices. It's unheard of. But if it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story, considering how much lighter the sentence is. That way, Ihara got away with killing Mikoshiba, for
Damn.
only a fraction of the price. But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate with us now.
If you don't get up the second.
Go on then. Mate, I'm a lawyer.
I mean it.
It took me quite a long time to figure out how you and Ihara were connected.
Yeah, where's your husband at?
But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa, it all started.
Where's your
falling into
husband at
place.
now?
She was in your home.
Ain't nowhere.
She looked after Toshio Ihara. She was the link to everyone. But just before I could ask her about any of this, she was murdered by Kamurocho gang. That same gang has been hunting your old teacher, Kitakata-sensei.
What is it you want from me?
Look how toes clip through the
Do you
clip
have
through the
any
carpet.
idea what Kitakata-sensei could be? He may be Kawana the handyman, but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
I don't know. He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata-sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it
What?
right now.
Oh God.
There's no way. Really? The yearbook?
I'm sure you know what this is, Mamiya-san.
Oh, I was gonna pull out the book.
A Kurokawa yearbook? Why do you have one?
We borrowed it from the scene of
Don't
Sawa
tell her
Sensei's
that.
murder.
You borrowed it. I have
Why
one
did
that's
you
legal.
tell her that?
Besides, what does this have to do with Kitakata-sensei?
Ha! Do you not see it?
No one sees it, Yagami-san.
Don't talk to me. What? Okay, that.
See for yourself.
No.
Man, this phone is
This
the
was
most powerful
recorded at
phone.
Kurokawa
in
Academy
there
13
is
years
ever.
ago. Feeling nostalgic yet?
Okay, there we go.
It was well hidden. Your Kitakata-sensei
I love
had
how
it
we
on
really
a
got like
USB
a
drive. He
higher
really didn't want this
quality.
thing being seen.
Cutscene now.
The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other
She wasn't at the back,
boys.
she was recording.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this,
Oh
would we?
shit.
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata-sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Please.
Oh,
Please
nah.
delete it.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
She's gonna.
You
Mate,
know what
she
happened to Mitsuru-kun.
had a mind
He's
break.
been
What's
in
going
a
on?
coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame. Well, sorta, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families.
Mate, she's gonna bounce.
What?
Your
Were you
ears been.
expecting someone?
Mamiya-san?
Well,
Oh shit, she's gonna get. She's
I
gonna
knew it would
get off.
happen someday.
What do you mean?
Mate, get the strap. Oh! That's scared the crap out of me.
Looks like she wanted some company.
Wow. Mate, okay, we need to find out. That scared the crap out of me. I was not expecting these hammerhead looking motherfuckers, man. Oh, God's sake. Alright. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of that shit. Alright. Oh, for God's sake. Hey, where's my essence of cat feet, man? I just get up instantly. Okay, you can drop that. Thank you. Okay, so let's go. Oh! Right in the basket. Alright.
Well, this turned into a shit show.
Right, can we take the mask off? Right, any of these guys. Who's that Pokemon?
And would you look at that? Our old
Wow.
friend Heike-san showed up to play a part.
So what? They've just protecting her this whole game.
So
sleeping.
you are all working
This
together.
is like they're just there on call this whole time.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Yeah.
Break every finger on their hand, it still won't make you even. Come on, they may have more on the way.
Shit.
I have an old haunt in mind we move this to. And Mamiya-san's coming with.
What? So she's the mastermind behind this all.
Huh?
Let's not cause a scene, okay? I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Okay, you got the video. We know. That was crazy, son. So what's gonna happen now then? Why are we here?
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami? What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know. Doesn't it feel good
No.
to be such a reliable friend?
Yeah, Higashi, be cool. We won't be around long.
Be cool. You think time's the issue? This is about respect, man.
What you call? We kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
What? What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who?
You'll know once we're done explaining. Let me introduce you to Mamiya-san first. She called up her friends to come after us just a little bit ago.
Yeah. And I'd do it again.
I don't give a shit about that. What happened to Aniki? You better have paid him back already, Yagami.
Kinda. I mean, they kind of kicked my ass in a cutscenes.
Fuck those RK assholes. And how could Aniki have let him get to him like
Hey,
that?
sneaky man.
Now that Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
First, you'll tell us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
Mate, all she put on was like that cardigan, and it's not even like fully buttoned. What is going on? What are we doing? Oh,
Then let's get this over with. What do you want to know?
oh gosh, he's gonna show the picture again.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share? I found it on a flash drive in
Mate, you
Kitakata
drove her
Sensei's
all the
room.
way there.
Or should I
just-
say, Kawana's.
It's mad.
I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
That means Kawana already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it? Kawana-san didn't show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
Mad.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been
You've been
hard
in
for us
jail. What are you
then.
talking about?
After all, Kawai was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. At most, we would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack, but people would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on. But that's only how I would have gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now, a husband, an upscale apartment. If the world sees that tape now,
Oh no.
lose it all. And what do you
Oh,
think
no.
to my son? The son of a woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide.
Oh,
His life
no.
will be ruined.
Should have ruined the opposite.
That
Why did
hurting
you show the
is
clip?
More than kids being cruel.
This man got this
Mitsuru
man
jumped
got
from the school
drunk.
roof that very night, and is still.
Look at her
unfound.
though. She was all like, hee hee.
I get it. You have that much more to lose now than when you were a kid.
I don't care. Should have
Same
done
for
it.
all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all.
Oh, what is
Its
like
graduates go
like
off
little
to great
flies on the screen where it's
universities,
just there's like
land
little tiny
high-paying
particles
jobs.
like in this
One
room,
started
in
his
this
own company.
games
Others have
room, not my
families.
room. This
They're all in your position too.
video games room.
If that video gets out, they lose everything.
Exactly.
Nah.
You get it now. He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could
Oh,
threaten
no.
to take it all away. And when that time came, he
Man, they're
started
like
contacting
customers
us.
in here.
Every student you see in that video.
How's this
When was the
arcade
first time
still
Kawana
afloat?
approached you?
5 years ago, I was out on a walk with my son when he came strolling up out of the blue.
Hey gosh, you need to clean the
At
walls,
first,
man.
I
What's all this like
barely recognized
kind of
him.
like bird poo
His
on the
eyes were so
walls?
hollow. Then, without so much as a word, he took out his phone and played that video. He's a
Oh wait, who's a psychopath?
Well, all you kids tormenting Mitsuru look
Yeah, exactly.
pretty psychopathic to me.
Oh, and you're so
Yeah.
perfect. An angel who never once
Yeah.
acted out of line,
Well, not
never lashed out at someone
not-
weaker
not-
than you, or
not ginger hair guy up
to
here.
shut someone out.
Maybe
Everyone
Yagami.
does it. We were just lucky enough to have some creep tape us, picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have
because
to happen
you're a
to
bitch.
me?
That's why.
I'd say it's because bad
Yeah.
things happen to bad people.
Karma.
You'll
Oh,
sling
this
your
is sling your
barbs
balls
from a safe distance,
from a
but once
safe
you're on the other
distance.
side of it, you curl up and play victim.
Oh, that would be funny.
You said
I
it was
wish you said
5
that now.
years ago that Kawana showed you the video? Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
What was she looking into?
What?
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai. Something about him getting snatched off the streets about 5 years back.
It was her.
Then it was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho.
Wow.
And murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could
You're
never
not
do
your
something like that.
babes.
Wasn't us, huh? So you're not denying he was
Yeah.
murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawhi somewhere in Kamurocho, then bring him back with us. no
Oh,
matter what it
wow.
took.
Did Kawana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness. Is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video. So we all went to see Kawhi, but he wanted nothing to do with
Mate.
Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into our van. After he put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said. So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawhi.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
We had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video. It was of all of us, pushing Kawhi into the van.
Mate, they had no mask on.
Turns out he recorded what we did in the city. You can see all our faces so clearly. How we covered
These
her
guys
mouth
are
as he
stupid.
screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction.
These guys are so
As I was
stupid.
watching it the first time, another
They
message
couldn't pull
came
my
up.
eyes. You know what? Yeah.
This time, a picture. When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able
Mate, this
to escape
handyman
him.
is.
It was a picture
He's
of Kawhi.
a bit crazy. Oh, what?
Dead.
Ooh.
Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
Oh.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his former students.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare
But
refuse him.
Man, what kind of
He's
teacher?
giving you orders?
That man!
Wasn't he the same teacher who was like, oh yeah, don't
He
overdo
makes
it?
us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
What the hell?
Damn.
Murder who
Yeah.
exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone he could find
Oh,
across
damn.
the country. He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kawhi, I think he's killed at least seven
7?
people.
7?
That's my lucky number.
How's he doing this?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must
Mate,
always face
that's
justice.
nuts.
Until society comes to terms
He's
with
becoming
this,
like
he says we'll keep
a
getting our
national
hands dirty.
boogeyman
That's
for bullies.
We might be able to save the next few
Or trying to, at
Mitsuru
least.
before it's too late for them.
Not sure I should say this out loud. Kind of rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
So was the murder of Hiro Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kawana let Ihara murder him, and how you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ehara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for
It's
Sensei.
crazy.
So that's how it went down.
We had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a
Oof.
body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawhi to the police. And then Kawhi's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawhi's corpse in a freezer somewhere.
That's mad.
He's Preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
Sounds to me like Kiwanis had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive, killing off bullies.
Man, he's
He's
crazy.
dragged all
Okay,
his former
he's
students into
trying to
this
be
hell
some weird form
until
of
the day
Punisher,
it
man.
destroys every single one of you.
Ain't got time for that.
Is today that day?
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things, though, if you don't mind.
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kiwana called RK. What part did they play? Strangely enough, they never came up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
Yeah.
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High. You must be talking about Toshiro Ehara.
The lawsuit played out like no bullying took place, right? That the school wasn't responsible. But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth, Sensei believed Mikoshiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ehara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kiwana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher. At the very least, she sure as hell didn't deserve to die for
Yeah.
that.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
Whatever, mate.
Who is it?
Block number.
Better answer it.
Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kiwana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
It doesn't sound suspicious.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamiya go in exchange.
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What? This
What?
man broke into my office.
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Listen, I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
God's sake, man, this guy.
He told me to meet him alone. You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
No. We'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Alright, calm down. Yeah, mate, how this guy followed me all the way from Ijincho. Now he's just, I don't know. Alright, whatever. Oh, I can do the gacha machines. Say no to gacha. Oh!
Suspicious.
I'll do that later.
What's this mean?
Alright. Okay, cool. It shows up on the main map. Where do I need to go? I need to go all the way to my office. Shit. Alright. Taxi. Let's go. Do this bit and then I'll be off. Man, this place, Karachi looks nice at night time, man. So many pretty so many pretty lights. Oh, hang on. I want to see if I can buy something real quick. Right here. Okay, I'll buy it. Didn't want to buy that, but whatever. Oh, that's it. I wanted to buy the baseball bat. Like a fairly, well, it's like a different baseball bat. There's a third baseball bat I need to buy, and a darts. Some darts I need to buy. Whatever. Do whatever in it. I'll do that later. This guy, get my chair, man.
Hope you don't
Yeah, I
mind
know,
I
you
let
said on the
myself
phone.
in. Now, are you gonna hold up
I
your end
don't
and
know.
release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down? Maybe it's time
Oh,
you and I
God's
had a
sake, how long is
heart-to-heart.
this going to be now?
How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their
Innit?
hands on you. So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me,
Yeah,
Kawana.
tell me.
Was it because of you?
Would
Yeah,
you feel better
word.
if it was?
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home
She
reading the
would be.
papers right now. You tell me. Is that what's eating away at you right now? Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw on the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you? But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
Shit, man. How do you remember the first game? Man, I didn't even see that. Like, Yagami didn't even see that bit.
You and I are the same. We both have scars.
Yeah,
And
but I
they're the
don't
type of
kill
scars
people.
that never fully heal.
Or use people as accomplices, mate.
What? You're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was. Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting, so I warned him not to overdo it, and eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. That was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind? She asked. Her eyes were a piercing mix of pity and scorn. According
What
to
is going
she
on?
told me, nearly half the class was bullying Mitsuru.
Oh shit, it's good. What's up,
She said
mate?
she'd seen him at the
Oh my
station.
god. There you go with your
She
bloody.
made it sound like he had half a mind to jump on.
Why is it animated?
Right then and there.
How'd you do that?
I'm not so.
Wait, I'm still waiting for my
presumptuous
animated
anymore.
bloody
But
emojis,
back
mate.
then, I used to think my students were my biggest fans.
How you
I
doing that?
thought I'd won their hearts and minds. But the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth.
Fog play.
I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened.
Mate, he's commented at the most,
So I
like,
decided to do my homework.
random
The next
times,
day,
mate.
I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
Mate, using my likeness, man. I'm fresh now.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right? Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch.
Oh, they didn't show the big of him getting drop kicked
Unfortunately, by
again.
the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded...
Yeah,
it
man,
sorely
the
hit
English
his jaw.
thing won. English polls won, mate.
I missed him by a few crucial moments.
Hey,
What
man.
happened in that
I
classroom
think Wish
was
is
the
Batman.
final straw.
Oh, damn, when did that happen?
Later
Oh,
on,
that
all
was...
the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawhi started it. It wasn't our idea, they said.
Wow, they all point... Wait, this guy got snaked.
To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawhi forcing Mitsuru to
Yeah,
do his
this guy
bidding.
got snaked.
So the people held
So
culpable.
if you weren't here, but like,
Kawhi
yeah, they showed the...
himself.
Basically showed a video of this guy
Callous,
drop
homeroom
kicking the
teacher
kid, but
who
then it, like
deliberately
everyone was
turned a
like
blind
pretty much
eye.
cheering it on. Well, most of them was anyway.
That was the day I began living my life. With
Now this guy
real
thinks he's
purpose.
just Punisher,
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying?
minus the
You went so far.
well
You
doing
put
everything
aside your
himself
own life to make sure they
and his family
attained
dying. I don't know. I don't think this guy even had a
That's
family.
right. Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as
Wow.
good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
Yeah, but he said he's a...
You say that,
Vegetable
even though
man.
Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her
Yeah,
apartment
man.
the other day? Don't dodge the question.
Yeah, don't
this
tell me
time.
life story either.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should
Oh
explain
my
from
god.
the beginning.
No. Bet
4
you were
years
gonna get a
ago,
flashback.
There was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time.
I just knew it. I
Student
knew
at
it.
Seiryo High School.
Oh.
Toshiro Ehara.
Yeah.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I
I
was
feel he's gonna
involved
get
in her
shot there.
story.
I hate these camera scenes, man.
She
These
called
camera
me a few
angles.
times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
And? What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd. That there was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
Why did his head... That was weird, man. Like it skipped a frame. Went...
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail.
Man, I need to check that
Although,
animated thing
Sawa-kun was
later
a
on.
problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
Wait,
Then what?
that animated
First, I
emote
found
is
out
like
where the two of
freaking
you
out
would be
on my
meeting
chat
up
right now.
at that little cafe.
It's
Then
like
I hired
it's like
a Leo
proper.
to step in.
That goes to like with 2 frames,
But you
and then
could
it
have
goes
won
to
the
like
fight.
200
They had
frames.
strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time,
What is
Sawa-kun was
this?
handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know, Yue Mamiya.
Oh, it was her.
They hadn't seen each other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
Man, her skin is insanely detailed in that thing.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night, was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
Yeah. Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell
What you
me out to
mean?
the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch.
Oh, that's true.
That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away. The day she was killed, she called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried.
Mate,
to
you
fix the
should
question.
jam with those
So then,
words, man.
Did you just
Jesus.
waltz on over there? Doesn't seem like
What is wrong with you?
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe.
I have to,
But I assume
have
you
to
had
sue
some sort of
for
plan going in.
politeness.
Were you gonna confess to her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun, no. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances,
probably the
I'm
longest
sure she'd
cutscene
have
in the
rather
game.
washed her hands of me. Hard as it is to hear, I think she called me under duress. RK probably had her hostage.
Shit, even my battery's like, even my controller's like, mate,
That's probably
it's
why her
just
voice was trembling.
long
It's
takes.
tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly anyway?
I don't know.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest. I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Man, I feel like he's gonna get
When
killed
we're
through
on
that
the
window,
same
man.
page, at least we agree on something.
Just a
Who's calling you?
Yeah. I'm still over here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you
Who's
right
that?
now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out. While you still can.
Mate, this is my office.
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
What?
I wouldn't count on that.
Oh my god. They have to chase him down.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Oh mate, maybe mess up my cuts. Mess up a chase, man. No, alright. Let's chase this guy.
NANI?!
Ow. Mate, you could have just literally ran past him, like, you didn't have to jump over him. It's always the same guy as well, like, I wish they changed it up a little bit. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to jump over him. Oh well. Oh god. Mate, he booked it, man. You know, imagine, oh my god, if I... Where's he gone? I don't know where he's gone. It's the same guy, what is he doing? Shit. No! What does he say? Leave me alone. I don't even know where he is. Oh my god, where is he? It's always the same fan you do the roll run up to get against as well. Where is he? Oh, I see him. I hope he doesn't give me the thing where you have to decide which way he went. Okay, good. Ooh, where is he? This guy say leave me alone, yeah. I still have to run after him. Why? Why? Melody. Wait, Kuana's got like so much distance. Look how much. Why is this guy? Why was that guy in the way? He's an accomplice to Kuana, clearly. Oh shit, he's gonna get run over. Oh, never mind. No, I didn't really have to do that. He's just standing there. Oh! What?
See you later. Oh, damn it. Get back here.
What's the point of that? Shit.
What the? Where'd he go?
He's in there. There he is.
Kuana!
Oh!
You guys again.
Mate.
You really need the masks? Come on, Kurokawa kids.
The eyes on that guy.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kuana!
What are you going to do now? What do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut
Wow, Kuana, are you serious right now? What's he doing? Oh.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know.
Yo, this guy's
I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay,
Yeah, FF10 is shit.
time to learn your lesson!
Mr. Battle.
Come on.
Decree, what?
What kind of
Oh,
lesson is this?
Wait. No, to be fair, these guys bastards gonna shut me over, man. Ended up beating most of these guys up in the in some woman's house. That guy got wrecked. Hey, ain't got no mark, no bat, no more. How's this guy got? Oh shit. Oh. Oh no, you didn't. Oh, mate. That guy should have been dead. No, Kuana's got long gone by now, man. He's long gone.
Kuana? Oh no, Kuana!
Shit, there he is. Oh my god! Yagami! 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 Oh, fuck's sake. Oh!
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san.
Now it's your turn. I mean, my turn.
Well, since Kuana couldn't stay, it sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
You're trash. Let's chat. Oh, 2 more chapters left. Oh, wow.
13 years in the past.
13 years in the past.
Mitsuru Kusimoto plunged himself into a coma, sealing his fate alongside Kuwana's. Ridden by guilt, Kuwana sets off on a path of vengeance, and the bullies he drags with him are shackled to the shadows.
Hell yeah, they are.
However, Yokosawa's murder serves as a deadly wake-up call to what he's done.
Oh, was that it? Oh, okay. Wait. Catch a tiger. Oh god, you have to fight tigers now. I hope not. Those were annoying in Yakuza 2. Oh, they're still dead. The fuck? Oh, taking pictures.
Hey. What are you doing?
Getting your identification on record, so you won't be a threat to us anymore.
Shame. Maybe double blackmailed.
What?
And I think you owe us after everything you've done. Expect me to come collect one of these days.
Oh, more burdens, mate.
Your carriage awaits, Mamiya-san.
Don't tell me we're going back to that dingy arcade.
No, you're going to jail.
We sure are. But try not to hold a grudge. It wasn't us who abandoned you.
Yeah, that's true.
Higashi, you already called Sari-san and the gang, right?
Yeah, I let them know what's up. They said they'll head over when they're ready.
Did Shirosaki-sensei say anything?
Well, she was pretty stunned when I told her who Kuwana really is. and
I
what
wish
he's
I
up
knew.
to.
Like, this is
Sounding
using
a
every
little
single
smug
animal. I'm
there,
just waiting for the
Higashi-san.
snake.
Taking credit for
Even
the
though,
detective
like,
work you didn't even do? Back me up here, Yagami-san.
these guys snake
Whatever,
that's
man. Kuwana got
guy
away,
who
and that's all
drop
that
kicked
matters.
the victim.
Still, the task in
From like
front of
13
us
years
is
ago.
finishing Sari-san's case. We have to clear up a
Proper
horror's
drop
crime
kicked
once
him,
and
man.
for all. With Mamiya-san's help, of course.
Finally, I'm ready to get some answers. Well, we still got time till Shirosaki-sensei gets here. Why don't you take a breather, Yagami-san?
Huh? That'd be okay?
Sure. I'll call you once everyone's here.
Basically, time
Yeah.
to.
A break sounds
Since
good.
you've been in cutscenes for
By
like
the
how
way,
many
Higashi,
hours, you can.
has anything unusual gone down in
bounce.
Kamurocho lately? Anything involving RK?
Yeah, about that. My guys are saying things have been a little too quiet.
What
since
guys? You have
yesterday.
guys here?
Soma and Akutsu are out in Ijincho too. When they come back, they're in for a rude awakening.
Oh, really?
And they can pay for what they did to
Oh
Kaito
my
Aniki.
Make 'em pay? Aren't your
Yeah, what the
Yakuza
hell?
days behind you now?
That's not the Yakuza in me talking. That's just a problem I'm gonna be the solution
What?
for.
Isn't that exactly what a Yakuza would say?
Fine. Think of it as getting revenge for a brother. I'm doing the right thing, damn it!
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
it's just
you-
how you're putting it.
Besides, what's it matter if I was Yakuza? I've got my own code, and I'm gonna do right by me.
Right.
Whatever you say. Much as things change, they stay the same.
Yeah, I feel like Yakuza 8 is gonna have the Yakuza come back. Like the Yakuza's come back.